Well, here I am on the side of the road. Go Fast R is not running. Yeah, this is not awesome. So it's acting like it's out of gas, even though I've got a quarter tank. Right before it started acting up, I was watching the low pressure fuel pump pressure just plummet. I would leave a red light and it would go from 60 or 70 psi down to like 25 psi, and would like struggle at 25 psi and then slowly come back up. Every time I gave it any gas, it would drop down to 25 psi. This sucks, man. Look at all these cars. I am blocking this lane. I feel super bad. And I don't know why people honk at me like I can do something. Like I chose to just stop right here because it seemed like the right thing to do. But now, like, it won't even run. And like I said, it's acting like it's out of gas. So I've got a buddy bringing me a can of fuel. Hopefully I can get it back up to a point where it will start running again. All right, I'm back on the road. Look, a buddy of mine showed up with a can of gas. I put probably 2 or 3 gallons in it. Started right up, has been running fine. So yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the fuel pump. Either the Venturi pickup tube or just the pump itself. But the fact that it thought it was out of gas at a quarter tank makes me think maybe Venturi. I was chatting with Cliff over at EQT. That's what he was thinking, and that makes sense to me. So without showing you raw logs, here's a look at how things are looking. The low pressure set point is established, and I'm way far away from medium. I'm like at half of the set point with the actual pressure. And because of that, the final set point is just elevated to try and meet that target of the set point, but it's not able to reach it. So it just goes astronomically high. Thanks to Cliff at Equilibrium Tuning for catching that little tidbit. He brought that to my attention when he noticed it. And then the duty cycle is super high as well. So that's really the problem. So I went and decided I was going to go ahead and drain the tank so that I could get a look at the fuel pump. So I'm draining the fuel out of the tank using the OBD11 drain fuel tank function, which works great. But I just started experiencing a problem, which is why I'm getting video. So I did get almost almost 5 gallons, 4 3/4 gallons out of it, and the flow completely stopped. So I'm going to start it up again. Yeah, it's just trickling, and then that's it. I've actually got more than half a tank in there. So that is strange behavior. And I think whenever my car dies, I think that this is what's going on. So I got the fuel pump pulled, and right away I noticed that this skinny fuel hose was disconnected from the pump whenever I pulled it out of the tank. It turns out that is the siphon hose, which helps siphon fuel from the other side of the tank. The Golf R has a saddle tank, a driver's side and a passenger side. And so that siphon hose coming undone was causing 2 problems. One, it wasn't siphoning fuel from the driver's side, which was causing it to appear like it was out of gas faster because I was running out of one side and not pulling from the other side. The other problem is it created a leak situation, which prevented my pump from being able to build enough pressure to meet the demand. So I had a phone call actually with Alex over at EQT. At the time, I didn't know what was wrong with that connector, why my hose came out. So they sent me the replacement connector parts and a replacement fuel hose just in case I needed that. So I definitely want to shout out the guys at EQT for taking care of me. They have always taken care of me. I've done a video before on removing and installing this pump in the Golf R. And so you can check that out if you want more specific, like instructional stuff. One thing I did notice is the lock on this connector is what is preventing that hose from staying plugged in. Even though it clicks in, it's just not enough pressure to keep it from pulling. And one thing Alex said, you should never be able to just pull that hose out without depressing the release buttons on the connector. And as you can see here, I can clearly just plug this hose in and pull it out and plug it in and pull it out. So that is really the problem I need to fix. And so I could have replaced the connector and or the hose that they sent me, but I started looking at it and it looked like really with it just being the lock is the issue. It made more sense to me just to take the lazy path, the path of least resistance, and replace the lock. So I swapped out my lock that was in the OEM pump with the lock from the connector that Alex just sent me. And so you can see that makes a huge difference now on what it appears to have as the ability to lock that hose in. So it's unfortunate that, that failed. I don't know why it failed. By the way, while we're looking at this fuel pump, having had E85 in this the entire time, I was surprised to see how clean this fuel pump was. There's no indication of any crud or gunk or residue or anything like that. So I was really happy to see that because I thought for a while that might have been my problem, that I had some residue or, gum buildup that was clogging the system. But it doesn't look like that's the case at all. My fun tip of the day is grab a turkey baster and you can suck out any of those little items that you happen to see in the bottom of the tank if you want to make sure that it gets cleaned out as well as possible. Don't put that turkey baster back in your kitchen drawer or your wife will probably hang you. But it's a cheap solution to that problem. So it's actually probably not a bad idea to just keep one in the garage for stuff like this. All right, so here we are, fixed. Go Fast R is running great again, which is fantastic. I was only down for essentially a couple of days, and you know the story by now. But really, I'm sharing this information in case you run into this issue or you know somebody who runs into this issue. The troubleshooting is really simple, actually. What I experienced was very low pressure fuel pump pressure, lower than the actual set point. And then the final set point was extremely high. It was trying to overcompensate for the fact that even though it was calling for more pressure, I wasn't able to build more pressure. So that value just kept skyrocketing. And that and the duty cycle at idle, my duty cycle was hitting about 50 to 60%, which is crazy. So now I'm hitting 24%, 20%, somewhere in that range at idle. Very rarely when I'm driving do I get above 30 to 40% duty cycle. My low pressure set point, my low pressure actual pressure, and my low pressure final set point for the fuel pumps are all pretty much equal numbers. They're all pretty much the same, which is an indicator of things being healthy. And the other thing I'm monitoring is rail pressure, which I only experienced rail pressure issues, I believe, whenever I also experienced a low pressure issue that sort of preceded it. But I'm monitoring that just to make sure there's no issues with the rail. It turned out to be completely coincidental that all of these low pressure fuel pump issues associated with that siphon hose popping off happening at the same time that I changed out my MPI fuel rail. It's just coincidence that for some reason, maybe there's something there that caused it, but they're unrelated. It's just, it showed up right after I changed that rail. It's possible that by completely depressurizing the system, I allowed that hose, the siphon hose, to go ahead and pop off all the way. It may have been hanging in there a little bit with a little bit of pressure that was sort of holding it in tension. And then when I depressurized the entire system, it probably allowed that hose to just fall completely out. And that's when I really started experiencing the problems. Because a couple of weeks before that point, I was seeing a little bit of fuel cuts at full throttle and high boost. So what I think happened is it probably had started to come loose and was leaking, but not leaking to the point where it gave me issues driving like it did very recently, but just at high boost levels, that leak would not allow enough pressure to continue to build. So anyway, I don't know, but that's where I'm at now. Car's running great. I just changed the lock on the connector for the low pressure fuel pump siphon hose, and all of my problems are solved. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.